So the poll that no one is talking about, they missed in 2016 and they're missing it again in 2020. No one's talking about it, whether it be the liberal media stations, the conservative media stations, MSNBC or Breitbart, Fox News or CNN. No one is discussing these numbers. And we're going to take a look at them in just a moment. And that is social media, which are numbers. What is a poll? It's a number. Just like the polls are numbers, social media is also a metric of numbers. Social media followers are numbers. Number of likes is a number. Retweets is a number. Comments are numbers. And these numbers are important, just like polls, which are just numbers. And let's not forget, the methodology needs to definitely be updated. The methodology of these polls is still stuck back in 1980, before there was internet, before there were cell phones. The way that they conduct the methodology of these polls is they call people on a landline. Who the hell has a landline in 2020? And they normally call between business hours of 9 and 5. So who the hell is going to be sitting on their couch at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday, ready to pick up a phone, a landline telephone, and respond to a poll? Most people would be at work. Most Republicans are probably at work. Unless you're just sitting at home collecting welfare, you are probably at work between 9 and 5, Monday through Friday. You probably don't have a landline either. But for whatever reason, the polls, the methodology of the polls doesn't seem to have caught up to modern technology. So the new polls that should matter, metrics that really should be considered when trying to determine who is ahead in a presidential election, should be social media followers. This is a very important metric. They missed it in 2016 and they're ignoring it. They're missing it again in 2020. So let's take a look at it. We're going to take a look. It's going to be a head-to-head battle. Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. We're going to take a look at their Twitter. We're going to take a look at their total number of followers. We're going to take a look at when their account has been created. Then we're going to take a look at the last 24 hours of tweets. And then we're going to look at comments, retweets. We're going to look at likes. I put special emphasis on tweets, not retweets, because normally tweets seem to get the most engagement rather than a retweet. People like to hear their candidates speak directly to the American people. They want their own genuine thoughts rather than just retweeting what someone else said, right? So here, let's take a look at this. So we have Donald Trump with 83.8 million followers versus Joe Biden with 7 million followers. So Donald Trump already has something like 12 times more. This is just rough math I'm doing here. 12 times more social media followers. They're both following very few people. Donald Trump's following 46. Joe Biden's following 26. Biden started his Twitter account 2 years before Donald Trump. He has 13 years on Twitter, as Donald Trump has been on Twitter for about 11 years. And now let's go through. We'll take a look at their last 24 hours of tweets. If there's anything fun, we might take a look at the comments, because Twitter comments are always pretty funny here. So let's take a look. So the last comment right here for Donald Trump 19 hours ago. And what does he say? So we catch Obama and Biden not even mention the rest of their crew spying on my campaign, and nothing happens. I hope not. If it were the other way around, 50 years of treason. Never forget. And let's take a look at comments, retweets, and likes. So in terms of comments, we have 68,000 comments, 69,000 retweets, nearly 250,000 likes. And then let's go to Joe Biden right here. His last tweet was 12 hours ago, so he hasn't had quite as much time to be able to get the same engagement, but still, let's take a look at these numbers nonetheless. So we have 5,000 comments, we have 11,000 retweets, we have 58,000 likes, and let's see, his tweet was, "In this moment of crisis, we have to build a new American economy, one where everyone gets a fair return for their work and an equal chance to get ahead. Together, we'll get it done." And just taking a look at these two side by side, I know Trump has had, a little bit more time in order to get the engagement, but even still, these numbers are just staggeringly different. So we have nearly 70,000 comments versus 5,000 comments, 70,000 retweets versus 11,000 retweets. nearly 250,000 likes versus about 60,000 likes. Let's go down to the next one right here. And someone tweets Joe Biden, every day is a National Ice Cream Day in my book. Well, first off, just the optics of this. I don't know who the hell is in charge of Joe Biden's campaign, who is doing his PR, but just the optics of him holding an ice cream with a little kid. I mean, you would think after all the viral videos of Joe Biden sniffing the heads of children and women, you would think that they would understand the optics of this picture probably don't look very good, and it's going to be the butt of a lot of jokes probably here on Twitter. And then nonetheless, let's just take a look at the engagement. About 12,000 comments, 13,000 retweets, and 106,000 likes. And let just for fun, I mean, we have to take a look at these comments because I'm guessing they're going to be pretty vicious. So the first one, run kid run. The second one, I got more ice cream in my car. As I said, I mean, this is probably going to be a viral meme soon right here. So, like, whoever's in charge of Joe Biden's PR, come on. Like, do you not realize you're going to get stuff like this where they remind everyone that Joe Biden is putting his nose in the heads of little kids, and now you have this meme right here. Come in my car, little kid. I got more ice cream, right? So, let's go back here. Let's look at Donald Trump's second to most recent tweet right here. It's a retweet, but I still hold significance because he's retweeting himself, right? So it's still his own original thought. Of course, his campaign slogan, Make America Great Again. Literally 4 words. Nearly 100,000 comments, 94,000 retweets, nearly 470,000 likes. I mean, that's close to 500,000 likes. I mean, that's a pretty huge number. And here, let's scroll down a little bit, and comparatively, let's look at Joe Biden's second to most recent tweet. Mr. President, your ignorance isn't a virtue or a sign of your strength. It's undercutting our response to this unprecedented crisis at every turn. It's costing Americans their jobs and their lives. So 3,000 comments, 15,000 retweets, nearly 60,000 likes. Putting that side by side, look at these two numbers. Putting Donald Trump's second to most recent tweet versus Joe Biden's. So we have 100,000 comments to 3,000, nearly 100,000 retweets to 15,000, nearly 500,000 likes to about 60,000. So I mean, we're talking about a magnitude of scale here, a huge difference in the numbers. Let's scroll down some more. Maybe these are just outliers. So let's look at the third one down. So the third one right here, Joe Biden tweeted this graphic showing that America has the most cases right here. And let's see what the reactions were. 7,000 comments, 38,000 retweets, 100,000 likes. And now let's go to number 3 right here for Donald Trump. The radical left Democrats who totally control Biden will destroy our country as we know it. Unimaginably bad things would happen to America. Look at Portland, where the polls just fine for 50 days of anarchy. We sent in help. Look at New York, Chicago, Philadelphia. No. And this got 32,000 comments, 36,000 retweets, and 132,000 likes. And let's scroll down. Let's look at maybe 2 more. So we're still kind of within about the last 24-hour range right here. You see this is July 19th. It's still the morning of July 20th. And let's see. Okay, so we are trying to help Portland, not hurt it. Their leadership has, for months, lost control of anarchists and agitators. They are missing in action. We must protect federal property and our people. These were not merely protesters. They are the real deal. Okay. We got 46,000 comments, 49,000 retweets, 185,000 likes. Let's go to a retweet. Okay, this is a retweet by Team Joe. So I guess, no, that's not Joe Biden's Twitter. Maybe this is like a campaign Twitter. Nonetheless, what are they asking? I know Joe. Record a video of letting us know how Joe has been there for you and your community. And it doesn't seem that too many people were engaged in this tweet. 536 comments, 886 retweets, only 3,000 likes. But let's just ignore that one because it wasn't directly from Joe Biden's Twitter. Let's go down to this one. This is probably Joe Biden's best one right here. This was 21 hours ago. Now more than ever, we need a president who will choose hope over fear. This seems to be, I guess, one of Joe Biden's campaign slogans. And this got much more social media engagement than anything else that Biden has tweeted. So 18,000 comments, 23,000 retweets, 150,000 likes. And let's do one more for Donald Trump right here. I guess, no, those are both retweets. So let's go down. Here is a retweet from Donald Trump. And I told you, like I said, I mean, retweets have significantly less. But even going head-to-head with retweets, you see Joe Biden's retweet, 536, 886, 2.8 thousand likes, 15,000 comments, 15,000 retweets, 36,000 likes. Let's go back. We're going to look at one more actual comment directly from Donald Trump. These are all retweets. So let's go back here. Retweets. All right, we have this is July 18th. So here, let's just scroll down a little bit more. We'll get one more from July 18th. We're going to get Biden speaking directly to the American people. So let's just use this one right here. Let's put these are going to be the last one we're going to look at. We're going to do a head-to-head battle from Joe Biden and Donald Trump tweeting directly from their account, not retweeting anyone. All right, first we'll go to Biden. We are made in the image of God, and then there is John Lewis. He is truly one-of-a-kind moral compass who always knew where to point us and which direction to march. To John's family, friends, staff, and constituents, Jill and I send you our love and prayers. So we got 3,000 comments, 28,000 retweets, 170,000 likes. And let's go right here. And I mean, this is a pretty good head-to-head right here because they're both almost tweeting about the same thing right here. So Joe Biden was tweeting his condolences for the deceased John Lewis, and Donald Trump is doing the exact same thing, and they're doing it around the exact same time. So let's just take a look at the numbers here. Saddened to hear the news of civil rights hero John Lewis missing. Melania and I send our prayers to, it's supposed to say, I guess, him and his family. He wrote he and his family. So we have 46,000 comments, 32,000 retweets, about 200,000 likes. Look at the biggest difference, I think, in the engagement. Of course, I mean, Donald Trump is ahead pretty much across the board in every metric with likes and retweets, but he really pulls ahead in comments. It seems that Joe Biden is just, there's a lack of enthusiasm where people are not engaging, they're not commenting. He's not getting people enough interest to really express themselves in their own words in response to the tweets he's making. I mean, look at the difference in this metric, right? 46,000 comments to 3,000 comments, and it's basically the same tweet. They're just tweeting their condolences for John Lewis, right? In likes, they're close, right? 170,000 to 200,000, 28,000 retweets to 32. So those numbers are close, but where he really pulls ahead is the comments, and you see it across the board where there's just much more engagement. There's much more engagement, much more interest in responding to what Donald Trump has to say rather than Joe Biden. He's just not provoking the same type of enthusiasm. So that's my video for today. And we just, once again, just to recap, when we look at numbers, social media metrics are numbers just like polls. And in my opinion, I think in 2020, these are the most important numbers that we have to look at. The media is completely missing the mark here. They're getting too caught up in their landline call people between the hours of 9 and 5 that are sitting at their home waiting for a call type of polls versus social media, which it's 2020. People are on social media now. That's how people express themselves. These are the numbers that I think are very important. They're being missed. They were missed in 2016. They're being missed again in 2020. So give me your thoughts. Tell me what you think. Write your thoughts in the comments below. Like my video, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.